When I think of where I was then, it's like I'm a completely different person.
I'm DJ Vincent,
And I'm Rick Ritzman.
and we are the co-chairs of South Salem Connect. A community partnership team is a group of stakeholders who live, work, or worship in a high school feeder area. And they agree to come together monthly to build partnerships and work on projects and programs.
What drew me to the CPT was when I started to work in my neighborhood to improve the neighborhood livability. I realized there's a lot of little things that had to happen. I got hooked up with Jessica Price from the city of Salem as they were developing a partnership program in the Cessna area.
CPTs work really well with neighborhood associations. We actually have 7 neighborhood associations.
South Salem Connect has been great for me because it has really given me an avenue to give back to my community, to make Salem better.
Each time we come together for a meeting, Rick kind of takes the beginning, networking, connection time, and then he always turns to me and says, well, now it's time to get down to business.
Yeah, DJ does the business stuff. I get to have the fun. I'm the cheerleader, and then when we get to the boring part.
So the goal of the CPT is to get those partners around the table, networking, sharing ideas. Then secondly, they can bring their projects, and hopefully we'd bring extra volunteers, extra energy. Third, when you've got a program you want to get started, we could provide some startup funds, and then if it's a great program, we can actually come alongside and help sustain year after year. Our group gets to meet at churches and nonprofits. Businesses have hosted us. We love being in schools.
We're even meeting in my backyard in September. That's going to be kind of fun. I'm one of the partners.
One of the benefits of a CPT is you bring together those systems and organizations with real neighbors who live next door.
I love all of our partners, but the one that's near and dear to my heart is CareCorps.
Yeah, and CareCorps, we were so fortunate to be around the table when Lori from the city started brainstorming a summer service learning camp, and she brought Isaac's Room to the table, and she brought SCEF to the table, and South Salem Connect said that is right in line with our mission, and we want to help make it happen, both with partnership and with funds. Angela has this incredible story. She got involved in AVID in high school, and it's through AVID that students hear about CareCorps. And when she heard about CareCorps, she knew she wanted to be a part of it, and that is where she heard about Isaac's Room. And she quickly moved from being a participant to being a mentor.
Talking with people was so scary to me. I could not imagine talking to anyone. And I remember one of my coworkers, she was like, your job is to go and talk to 10 people. And I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that. And I remember I almost started crying. The internship was really hard for me, but after 2 months, I started feeling more comfortable. I did apply for apprenticeship and I got the position. So I began talking with people a lot more. I was able to be on till and taking orders and being on bar and actually making people's drinks. It's been great working there. I'm no longer timid or afraid to share my own ideas and stand up for what I really believe in. The purpose of CareCorps is to empower young kids to go out into their communities and make a change. Basically, it's a month-long camp where high schoolers from different high schools come together, and they all have individual service learning projects. So as a CareCorps mentor, I was a guide for the student leaders. I was there to help them with any questions that they had, or if they needed help in speaking with their nonprofit reps, I was there to support them. So I'm excited to be a mentor for 3 different organizations. And the first one would be for CareCorps, second would be for Ike Box, and the third would be for Wildlife at Parish. As a wildlife leader, I get to go into the schools and hang out with kids, get to know them, build relationships with them. We have club, which is where we play games, sometimes sing songs. We get to allow the kids to act silly and just be kids. We also give a message towards the end of our club, and that's how we get to know them. It breaks my heart that there are so many kids who don't see themselves for what they're really worth. Because I've been there and I know what it feels like. And now I'm able to be this strong and confident person that comes into their lives. I discovered that I like working with kids. So from here on out, I'm kind of planning on either being a teacher or becoming a youth pastor. I never thought that I would be capable of doing anything like that. When I think of where I was then and where I am now, it's like I'm a completely different person.